Confused about Bitcoin? You're not alone. A lot of people hear the word and their brains just switch off. But what if I told you I could explain it like you're 5 years old? Stick with me, because it's honestly way easier than it sounds, and by the end of this video, you'll finally get what all the fuss is about. If you're ready to finally understand Bitcoin, comment "makes sense" below. So why should you even care about Bitcoin in 2025? Well, it isn't just some passing internet trend. It's fundamentally changing how we think about and use money. Imagine sending money to anyone, anywhere in the world, instantly, without a bank's permission. Or shopping online without worrying about your bank account details. Or even investing in a new kind of digital asset. Bitcoin makes all of this possible, and it's open for anyone to use. It's a big deal. By the time this video is over, you'll know exactly what Bitcoin is, why it's so important right now, and how regular people are actually using it in their daily lives. All right, let's break it down to the absolute basics. Think of Bitcoin like digital money that lives on your phone or computer. It's kind of like the gold coins you collect in a video game, but with one huge difference: they have real-world value. You can send this digital money to anyone, anywhere on the planet, without needing a bank to process the transaction. And here's a cool fact. You don't need to buy a whole Bitcoin, which can be expensive. You can buy tiny little pieces of one, kind of like how a dollar is made up of 100 cents. These tiny pieces are called Satoshis, so you could buy just a few dollars worth to get started. It's just digital cash, simple as that. Drop a "makes sense" in the comments if you're with me so far. So, how is this digital money different from the regular money in your wallet or bank account? Well, the dollars, pounds, or euros you use are controlled by governments and banks. The government prints it, and banks track where it goes. Bitcoin is totally different. No government or single company prints it, and no bank stores it for you. It runs on a technology called the blockchain. Now, don't let that word scare you. Just picture a digital notebook that is shared with everyone in the network. Every transaction is a new entry in this notebook. And here's the magic. Everyone can see this notebook, but nobody can go back and secretly change or erase anything. This makes it incredibly secure and transparent. Plus, it's super fast and cheap. For example, sending $50 to a friend overseas through a bank could cost you $10 in fees and take 3 days to arrive. With Bitcoin, that same transaction could take just a few minutes and cost you less than $1. No central authority, no long waits. You might be wondering, who came up with this brilliant idea? The creator of Bitcoin is one of the biggest mysteries of the internet. Back in 2009, a person, or maybe even a group of people, using the name Satoshi Nakamoto, published the original idea and launched the network. To this day, nobody knows who Satoshi really is. They disappeared a couple of years later and have never been heard from since. But honestly, their identity isn't what's important. What truly matters is the revolutionary system they created. A way for people to have and exchange digital money peer-to-peer, without relying on banks or governments. This groundbreaking idea was the spark that ignited the entire world of cryptocurrencies, inspiring thousands of other digital coins we see today. So, why are people actually using Bitcoin? It boils down to a few key reasons: privacy, speed, and its potential as a store of value. First, privacy. Since you don't need a bank, you don't have to hand over all your personal information just to send or receive money. You are in control. Second, speed. As we mentioned, money can move across the globe almost instantly. Imagine sending a birthday gift to a relative on the other side of the world, and they receive it in the time it takes to brew a cup of coffee. No more waiting days for international transfers to clear. And third, value. Some people see Bitcoin as digital gold. Just like gold, there's a limited supply of it, which can make it a way to store value over the long term. And of course, many people also trade it, hoping its price will go up over time. If this is clicking for you, let me know by commenting "makes sense" below. Let's talk about a real-world example that makes this super clear. Let's say you work abroad and need to send money back home to your family. The traditional way involves going through banks or wire transfer services. You'll face high fees, unfavorable exchange rates, and it could take several days for the money to actually appear in your family's account. It's slow and expensive. Now let's do it with Bitcoin. You open your digital wallet on your phone, enter your family member's wallet address, type in the amount, and hit send. Within minutes, the money is in their wallet. The fees are typically a fraction of what you would have paid, and the whole process is direct, from your wallet to theirs. It's like the difference between sending a letter by postal mail, which takes days, versus sending an email, which arrives instantly. Bitcoin is the email for money. Does that analogy help? Tell me in the comments. Now, because Bitcoin is new and different, there are a lot of myths floating around. Let's bust a few of the biggest ones. First myth. Bitcoin is completely anonymous and only used for shady stuff. The fact is, it's not anonymous, it's pseudonymous. All transactions are public on the blockchain, but your real name isn't directly attached to them. Second myth, it's a get-rich-quick scheme. The reality is, the value of Bitcoin goes up and down a lot. It's a volatile asset. Third myth, you have to be rich to buy it. Absolutely not. As we said, you can buy tiny fractions of a Bitcoin. You don't need to buy a whole one. A lot of people think it's just for tech geniuses, but at its core, it's just a new form of digital money that anyone can learn to use. I hope that cleared things up. My goal is to make this stuff easy to understand because it's shaping our future. If you learned something new today and finally feel like you get the basics of Bitcoin, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. We release new beginner-friendly videos all the time, breaking down confusing topics into simple, bite-sized pieces. And please, let me know in the comments if this all makes sense. I read every single comment and I love hearing from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.